Welcome to another episode of Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. I am Bean. And if you're here on this hump day, Wednesday evening, please hit the thumbs up. Evening here, Eastern Standard Time in the USA. Everybody overseas, Africa, UK, any parts of this world, Europe, Asia, South America, Canada, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up, please. So I want to get on here just for about maybe about 45 minutes. A half hour to 45 minutes at the most. Because I plan to get back on Saturday, which would be the fight day for Tefime Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. All right, so in boxing news, on April 11th, it's official. Tyson Fury will be fighting Makhmudov. So for those who may not know Makhmudov, he did fight Ajit Kabiel, who stopped him. So we'll look at his box rec. But on April the 11th on Netflix, Tyson Fury versus Makhmudov. I always struggle to pronounce his first name. But let's jump into this box rec real quick. Arslanbek Makhmudov. And he was born in Russia, but he resides in Canada. He has a 90% knockout ratio. Age 36, Orthodox fighter, standing 6'5.5". And it's official because on BoxRec, it has Tyson Fury there. So it's going down. Tyson Fury's record, 34, 2-1. 2 losses from Usyk. So he's only lost to one opponent twice. All right, so last year, the last fight of Makhmudov was Dave Allen. And he beat Dave Allen by unanimous decision. Dave Allen was 24-7-2. Prior to him, in 2025, he fought a boxer named Ricardo Brown. Ricardo Brown, I'm not privy to him personally, but his record was 12-0-0. And Makhmudov won by TKO. In 2024, he fought Guido Vianello, who was 12-2-1. He beat Makhmudov and TKO'd Makhmudov. And then 2 fights before that fight, he fought Ajit Kabiel and lost by TKO when he was stopped by a body shot. Ajit Kabiel at the time was 23 wins, no losses, and no draws. So he has a couple of decent names on his resume. Like I said, he lost against Ajit Kabiel, which he's considered a top tier elite level opposition. But he fought in 2022. He fought Marius Wach. So that would have been a decent step up fight. And way back in 2019, he fought Big Sam. He fought Samuel Peter, who was kind of like in that Klitschko era. So we'll say he has Samuel Peter is a name I was familiar with. In 2019, Magmadov fought Marius Rock in 2022. In the same year, 2022, he fought Carlos Takam. And Carlos Takam is a fighter we saw fight Dillian White, and we saw him fight Anthony Joshua. Let me see. We saw Carlos Takam fight Martin Bacoli and Joe Joyce. So Takam was one of them guys who was a tough gatekeeper at that time and fought a couple of notable names. So, okay, like I said, so Magmadov fought. His first loss was in 2023, Ajit Cabiel. And then 2 fights later, he lost to Guido Vianello in 2024. Then Ricardo Brown, he won by TKO. Dave Allen, he won by unanimous decision. And on 11/4, he will fight Tyson Fury. He will be fighting Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. And if I had to give a prediction on this, Tyson Fury will win. I need to go back and look at the loss that Magmadov had against Vianello because I didn't see that fight. I do know when he fought Ajit Cabiel, it was by a body shot. But we know that Ajit Cabiel puts a lot of pressure on his opponents and styles make fights. He puts a pressure on you, and he goes to the body very well, like he did with Zhilei Zhang. He just keeps applying pressure. He'll hit you in the same spot over and over and over again. So eventually, it's going to take its toll. So I have to see in what manner did Vianello stop Magmadov, because I wanna say that Magmadov has a pretty good chin, but potentially vulnerable to the body. But like I said, Ajit Cabiel, he's a master at that. I've never seen where Tyson Fury is really he will go to the body, but he's not like a Ajit Cabiel where he really is a body snatcher. So I don't know. I mean, Tyson Fury, this is definitely a winnable fight for him. Magmadov has a puncher's chance, but he doesn't really have good hand speed or foot speed. He just has power and he has size. So I think Tyson, with the high level ring IQ he has, Tyson Fury knowing what he knows, he should win this fight. And if he can get him to tire down the stretch to the championship rounds, Tyson might even stop him by way of fatigue. Tire him out and then drown him. Get him in the deep end and then drown him. So yeah, I definitely have Tyson Fury winning the fight against Arslandik Magmadov. Let me know your prediction or your assessment on Tyson Fury upcoming fight on Netflix. Also, let me share this link to Facebook and Twitter so people know that I'll be on here for a little while. Please hit thumbs up, please. I want to tag a few people on Facebook. So, like I said, if you're here, make sure you hit the thumbs up. All right, so yeah, so I mean, I definitely see Tyson Fury winning, and he will likely stop Magmadoff, in my opinion. And I really appreciate everybody who pulls up here at Ring Walk Boxing Podcast and you show love and you give your way in because, like I said, every opinion matters here at Ring Walk Boxing Podcast. Your opinion matters. So, I mean, as of right now, Tyson Fury hadn't been in the ring about 18 months, about a year and a half. So, he will be fighting Magmadoff. After he fights Magmadoff, there's some good competition he can really fight. If he is truly the second best boxer after Usyk and potentially one of the best boxers of this era, then after he fights Magmadoff, we need to see certain opponents for Tyson Fury to fight. We need to see him against Ajit Kabiel. That's one. Daniel Dubois, two. Fabio Wardley, three. Martin Bacoli, four. So that's four names right there in the heavyweight division that Tyson Fury could easily fight, depending on what AJ chooses to do. We want to see AJ versus Fury, but if AJ needs more time off from the accident situation that happened, then, like I said, you got Ajit Kabiel, Fabio Wardley, Daniel Dubois, Martin Bacoli. So there are some people out here that Tyson Fury can actually fight, and I want to see Tyson Fury be pushed to that limit because he says he is the best, and his the people that are fans of him say he's the best. So I want to see him fight some of the best and see him fight styles that are not so compromisable to his style. I don't want to see him fight a person with necessarily real slow feet. I want to see him fight a puncher that he can't bully, a puncher that has size, a puncher that he can't lean on and do a lot of extra stuff to. Somebody who's there to go toe to toe with him if they need to, and that's going to press the action. So that's what I want to see that type of an opponent Tyson Fury face to kind of really know where he stands as far as in the upper echelon of the heavyweight division. Because I'm still skeptical, and I can't necessarily say that I believe he is at that level to be considered the second best. All right, so I shared this on YouTube. I shared this on Facebook. So that is that is what's going on. So let me know, weigh in, because like I said, there's a lot of things going down in the heavyweight division. Meanwhile, one of Tyson Fury's ex rivals, Deontay Wilder, who he had a trilogy with, he will be fighting Derek Chisora, aka Del Boy of UK, and it will be over in the UK, I believe in London. So it'll be good fight. It's going to be fireworks. It's going to be a lot of explosiveness. My take on Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora is this. I feel like if Derek Chisora, he's going to press the action soon as the beginning bell happens. He's gonna come for Wilder. So I feel that if he can stop Wilder in rounds between rounds 5 and 6, then okay, a TKO, get him in trouble, or even maybe dropped him and hurt him. But if Chisora cannot contain Wilder within 5 or 6 rounds, I see it being an issue because we must remember Wilder's gas tank is not as bad as people think it is. You have to look at the different variables and the situations that happened and the different things that occurred onto why he was running out of gas. And let me tell you why. There's a couple reasons. Wilder was weighing more when he fought Tyson Fury because he felt like Tyson Fury would try to roughhouse him. So he put on extra muscle, and putting on extra muscle will hurt your gas tank some. On top of the bulking up, you have to understand that Tyson Fury did use his rough house tactics. He would headlock Deontay Wilder. He would lean on Wilder, who was smaller than him. So all that combined was draining Deontay Wilder. Well, when he fights Derek Chisora, he won't be fighting Tyson Fury. He's fighting a whole different person. So his thing he must watch out for is the pressure of Del Boy, because Del Boy likes to be really, really rough and go in the trenches and fight in close quarters. So Deontay Wilder has to be careful not to be caught slipping, because he has to know that's the way Del Boy gets down. He's not coming in there to box. He's not trying to go to a decision. He's trying to stop you, knock you out, or stop you. So if he can do it in 5 or 6 rounds, like I said, I can see Del Boy doing that if he can press the action. But if he does not stop Wilder by round 6, I feel Deontay Wilder will be dangerous throughout the entire fight. Look at the first Tyson Fury fight. He caught Fury in the 11th round and almost knocked him out. When he fought Luis Ortiz in the rematch, he lost all 6 rounds. And then in round 7, he catches Ortiz with the right hand, just that one punch, and knocked him out. So his power is dangerous every round. So I feel like Del Boy needs to try to stop him early, or else he himself will get stopped. That's the way I see that fight going. But let me know your opinion in the chat, in the comment section. What do you think about Wilder versus Del Boy prediction? Derek Chisora versus Wilder. And what's your predictions on the April 11th fight on Netflix? Tyson Fury versus Arslanbek Magmadov. What's y'all what's y'all opinion and what's y'all predictions? Also, in heavyweight news, Daniel Dubois. He was leaving Don Charles or whatever. And the way I saw it, this is just my opinion. Now, me on the outside looking in, I feel like because Dubois lost twice to Usyk, in a sense, he kind of hung his head low and he didn't think about the success he had with Don Charles. It was under the tutelage of Don Charles. You beat Anthony Joshua. With Don Charles, you beat Philip Herkovic. With Don Charles, you beat Big Baby Miller. So to give him credit, or to only give him credit, it seems, when you're winning, and then as soon as you lose to somebody like Usyk, not only Usyk, but Usyk that has beat everybody at the top right now. Usyk has beat Anthony Joshua twice. Usyk has beat Tyson Fury twice. And people revered Tyson Fury as the best boxer ever. And Usyk beat him twice. So I'm saying that to say Usyk is beating everybody. So when you lose against Usyk, there's no reason to hang your head down about losing to an elite fighter that was in his prime. Now Usyk is getting older now, but during the beginning of his heavyweight run, he was doing his thing from Chaz Witherspoon to Derek Chisora and then right on to AJ. So I don't think, I mean, I saw an interview on Talk Sports, which is a UK based podcast, and they had Daniel Dubois on there. And he pretty much said he made a rash decision to kind of walk away at the time from Don Charles, went over to Tony Sims. He saw he didn't gel with Tony Sims and vice versa. Tony Sims didn't gel with him, so then he went back to Don Charles. I think Don Charles is going to be the perfect chemistry for him. I mean, people might have their own personal feelings towards Don Charles, like some of his antics or some of the things he says and does. Like, I didn't like the fact that Don Charles harked after the first fight, kept saying that Usyk is a cheater and this, and then questioned his religion and this, that, and the other. Went through all that just for Usyk to stop him even faster in the rematch than he did in the first match. I think the words that were said by people, it probably got to Usyk, and I think he used that as fuel. And in the second fight, he stopped. He knocked out Daniel Dubois in 5 rounds. I'm pretty sure he was pretty irritated, so he let him have it. So, yep, there you have it, y'all. Heavyweight division. Daniel Dubois goes back to his trainer, Don Charles. All right, so we won't go too deep tonight on Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. I'm going to go more in depth on Saturday morning on those two on the actual fight day. But I am going to talk a little bit about them. And if you get on YouTube, look up the Face Off. But we have Tefime Lopez. 22-1-0 is his record. His opponent, Shakur Stevenson, 24 wins, no losses, no draws. Knockouts, 13 for Tefime Lopez, 11 for Shakur Stevenson. KO percentage, 59% Tefime Lopez, 46% Shakur Stevenson. Age, Tefime Lopez, age 28. The same age as Shakur Stevenson. They're the same age, 28 years old. Height, 5'9" Tefime Lopez, 5'8" Shakur Stevenson. Reach, 68.5 inches for Tefime Lopez. So he has a half-inch reach over Shakur Stevenson. Now, orthodox stance, Tefime Lopez. His opponent, Shakur Stevenson, is a southpaw. Now, bear in mind, Tefime Lopez has fought at least three southpaws on his resume, and we'll talk about those three southpaws on this Saturday. Wins, 96% Tefime Lopez, and Shakur Stevenson, 100% win because he's never lost. It's going to be a good fight, y'all. I mean, well, let me ask you this. It has the potential to be a good fight. So in your opinion, will Shakur Stevenson versus Tefime Lopez be the potential fight of the year, or will it be the flop of the year? Let me know in the chat, please. Let me know your opinion in the chat. Rico, Cuzzo, what's going on, man? Good day to you as well. Sweet Jones, Bobo, what's going on, man? Just talking a little bit about what's going on in the landscape of boxing. I'm going to do more in depth on Saturday morning on Tefime Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. But I wanted to scratch the surface a little bit and talk about a few things. So yeah, y'all, I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Like I said, I wasn't going to be on here very long, maybe a half hour, because I have to take a important phone call in about 25 minutes from my doctor. So make sure if you play this one back, if you missed the live right now while I'm on here, when you come on later on, still hit thumbs up. And like I said, on Saturday, probably around 11 a.m. this Saturday or noontime, I'm going to go live and talk about the Tefime versus Shakur Stevenson fight that's going down this weekend. All right, y'all. So right before I end this segment, Cuzzo, you said, Sweet Jones, Shakur going to put on a masterclass. Tefime is going to take calculated risk. I definitely agree with that assessment, Cuzzo. I definitely agree with that. I do. I definitely do. So yeah, y'all, for those who may come on here later, basically leave your assessment, leave your predictions in the chat or in the comment area. So basically, on this segment, I talked about Tyson Fury on his comeback fight after being out the ring 18 months. Tyson Fury will be fighting Arz- Arslanbek Makhmadov April the 11th on Netflix. Also, Deontay Wilder is coming back after his Herndon win last year. He will be fighting Derek Chisora. This will be Derek Chisora's 50th fight. The UK legend who gets a lot of love over in the UK is going down. And also this weekend, Shakur Stevenson on the main card, main event, Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez this upcoming weekend. So let me know y'all assessment and predictions on that. Also, Daniel Dubois going back to Don Charles and not working out with Tony Sims as his trainer. All right, y'all. Y'all have a safe one as always. Stay up, stay safe, stay out the way, and I will catch you on the next round. Peace.